Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus, taking a look at the debut piece in ToyWorld's TW series. It's an homage to the Transformers Throttlebot roll bar, bearing the salacious name of Grindrod. Looking like a fairly green, fairly jeepish vehicle, Grindrod's evoking the spirit of the Throttlebot known as roll bar, only with 5 times the sex appeal. It's compact yet robust. Its color palette is simple, yet carefully and intricately applied. Its underside even looks pleasant. It has painted hubcaps and can roll like a mother. Grindrod's Jeep mode has the feel and finish of a fine deluxe Neoclassics Transformers toy, and looks great alongside the regulars from that lineup of figures that people like to apply a horrible acronym to. After removing his spare tire, for reasons, Grindrod's got a transformation scheme with a great mix of ease and intricacy. Nothing's really crazy, it's just that a lot of fairly simple things are all happening at once. The only problem I've had with the conversion is that the fit of the alt mode is tight, and a lot of parts can end up scraping against each other fairly easily. No paint is affected, but Grindrod's plastic quality is so tough, it's not hard to end up scratching one part with the corner of another. Once I got used to it though, Grindrod became a real joy to shift from mode to mode. In robot mode, Grindrod's still evoking a lot of the spirit of the Throttlebot leader, but only the spirit, since he has, arms and legs. I love his proportions, all chunky and backpacked with huge stompin' shoes. His head sculpt is strongly roll-barsy and has a wicked-strength light-piped blue visor, but thanks to the throttle-botted height of his backpack, you need to have him turn his head a bit to let the light in. That spare tire we removed can quickly transform into a handgun. In either mode, it can be stored on the elbow end of Grindrod's forearms or placed into his right gripping hand. However, it can't go in there straight unless you mess with his forearm plate, as it gets in the way of the firearm's rounded shape. This is a surprising bit of design oversight given how clean the rest of the figure has been. How poseable are you, Mr. Grindrod? Let's find out. Your head is on a swivel joint. I'm going to stop talking to the toy. This is weird. His head is on a swivel joint. Can swivel left and right. Thanks to the transformation, it can kind of look down as well, although that's more so like looking into his own cleavage. His shoulders are on ball joints, and the transformation swing allows for them to kind of have some shrugging motion as well. There's a simple bicep cut, an elbow joint, and there is a wrist joint as well. Although it is tricky to use sometimes because all this stuff is in the way and it's a little bit sharp. This guy's plastic is actually so sharp that it kind of is able to scratch itself. It's like how diamonds are the things that cut diamonds or whatever it is I saw in that one movie. I don't even know if I'm thinking of real life anymore. There's a waist joint, which makes me really happy because I love waist joints on big chunky robots like this, or even, well, physically medium chunky robots like this. His hips look like they're on a ball joint, don't they? Well, here's the weird thing, they're not. There's a swing bar, and then if you look inside here, it's actually on a hinge, a pin hinge. So that's kind of cool. And for some reason, that strikes me as something I kind of dig, that they didn't just do a ball socket. It makes me a little bit more curious as to why a ball socket was used up here, but that may have to do with the transformation. There's also a simple thigh swivel. There's a knee, which is actually double-jointed, although if you're going to use this as a double-jointed knee, it's not entirely obvious, mostly due to the enormous girth of his boots, but it does help a little bit, and I like how deep that gets. And that's really it. His feet are these enormous bricks, so there's no tilt. And, well, it would have been nice if there was a tilt. Let me assure you that if you put him down, it's good enough. Even if he's on the edges here. It might not look aesthetically pleasing, but stability is there. So Grindrod is a very nicely poseable robot. Not super poseable, but he has all of the key points and does all of them really well. So this guy's Poseability is definitely a big grinding thumbs right up his... I was going somewhere horrible. What a strong figure out of nowhere from ToyWorld. This was their second release, following on the heels of Hegemon, and really knocked the socks off my expectations. He's not a game changer, but he's dead solid in almost every aspect as a third-party transforming robot toy. For around $60 shipped, as I got him, I felt pretty good about this guy. For $70 plus shipping, though, that's just pushing things a bit too far for a flat-out recommendation, in my opinion. If you have Spend and Scratch and thinks he looks cool, definitely have a go at it. But if you're on limited funds, you might want to bite your wallet and walk on by unless you have nothing else you're after and can spare the cash. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus, and I just enjoy saying Grindrod's name. Grindrod. 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 Oh, it's on my chin.